Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another apartment renovation video. Today I'm renovating this apartment in the fashion district of San Myshuno. This is the apartment that Penny Pizzazz lives in, so if you'd like to place it, that's where it goes. But anyways, so with this apartment, I wanted to go for a very light, breezy, sort of beachy vibes. So that's why I called it Summer Breeze, because I wanted it to feel like you were kind of at the beach. I don't know if that really makes any sense, but the color choices I used, it was kind of supposed to make you feel like the ocean. So there's lots of light woods, grays, whites, and tealy blue colors, which I think are so pretty, and I really like the way it turns out, so hopefully you guys will like it too. I particularly really like this living room area. I think it is so cozy and just tucked into its little nook. And I did use that couch from Parenthood, and I took two of them, merged them together, create a sectional. I've seen people do that before, and I've wanted to use that trick myself, but I don't think I've ever really found the right place to use it, but I thought it worked perfectly in this apartment, so I'm really happy with the way that turned out. But yeah, this is probably my favorite part of the apartment, that's why it's the thumbnail. I think it's just so pretty with the large modern windows, and these apartments in the fashion district are just like, they're some of my favorites to renovate because of the large modern windows. I think it's just so pretty, and the views of the city are just really nice, and like that a lot. But hopefully you guys will like it. Definitely let me know what you guys think down in the comments. But anyways, so it is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment, and I wanted it to be kind of like a studio, so instead of closing off the bedroom with a door, I do use an archway, but you could of course replace that with a door if you prefer to have it a little bit more private. But since it's a single bed, I imagined that it would just either be a single sim or a couple, so privacy isn't too necessary. But yeah, you could definitely change it up to fit whatever sims you have living in this apartment. Maybe you have somebody crashing on the couch and you need a little bit more privacy, I don't know. But I think this would be a fun apartment to renovate, to make like a cramped family apartment. I was thinking about ways to squeeze in another bedroom. I think that might be fun to do, maybe something for me to do in the future. But lately I've been trying to think of different apartments that I want to do, so if you guys have any ideas, definitely let me know. But I kind of want to do seasonal themed apartments, so this is like a summer one. I was thinking about doing a spring, a fall, and a winter one as well, to kind of, I don't know, get excited a little bit for seasons. I don't know if you guys think that's a good idea, but let me know if you guys would like to see a spring apartment or a fall, winter, whatever, even though it's summertime, so that's why I did a summer apartment. But I mean, in certain parts of the world in the southern hemisphere, they are going into winter, so maybe you guys would like some more cozier, wintry apartments. Yeah, I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. But now I'm working on the kitchen, and I do go with these Jungle Adventure cabinets and countertops. I think they worked really well with this theme I was going for, and I was trying to use that one shelf with the glasses and the plates, and it just really didn't look that great for me in this apartment, so I ended up not using it. But I do really like the way the kitchen turns out, and something I did realize when I was taking not taking the screenshots, I didn't notice it while I was taking them, but once I uploaded the screenshots into my video editor, I realized there's no trash can in the kitchen. So before I upload it to the gallery, I will definitely place one, probably right to the left of this shelf that I just placed on the wall. I'll probably put it on the ground right there, so that way there is a trash in this apartment so you can throw things away. I mean, that might be a little bit important, but I don't think I forgot anything else that was important. I think it was just that. But anyways, so I do add a few little clutter items on the counters. I think it turns out really pretty and not too cluttery. I didn't want it to be like too kind of messy looking. I wanted it to look a little bit tidy, and so I just put a few fruits in a jar and like a salt and pepper, just a few little items. And then on the counter by the sink, there's the soap and the incense, and I think I get a little potted plant. Yeah, just nice little simple decorations, and I really do like the way it turns out. And I use these little mason jar lights, which I think are really pretty, and they come in that really nice blue color. I was actually pretty inspired by the interior for this apartment with the house that I'm currently furnishing. It's that mansion build that I've been talking about. So if you like the interior of this apartment, you'll probably like the interior of that house. I'm very excited to finish that one and share it with you guys. It's a really big build. It's definitely the biggest one that I've done in a very long time. And hopefully I will be able to finish that in the next couple of days. But now I'm on to the bathroom, and I really like the way this room turns out. I think it is very pretty, and I had a lot of fun with Move Objects. I merged that shower into the wall, which creates kind of this really sleek, modern looking shower, which I really like. And then I also merged the sink into a side table to kind of create a custom piece of furniture, which I think looks really pretty, and it does work. I did play test it. It took me a little while to get the Sim to be able to wash her hands in it, but in the end she was able to. I just had to turn on move objects and slightly pull the sink towards the Sim, and yeah, it worked just fine. So if you have move objects on, if you download this apartment, it should place exactly how I upload it, so no worries there. And I also really like just like the clutter in this bathroom. I think it's really pretty. There's some nice makeup clutter, and I put a shelf up above the towel rack with a little bit more clutter, and I think that's just really cute, and I like that bit of detail. And there's actually a lot of makeup clutter throughout this apartment, and there's like the vanity table from Vintage Glamour in the bedroom. So maybe the Sim that lives here is really into makeup, and maybe they're like a beauty guru or beauty blogger. Maybe they're a beautician. That would be pretty cool. I would really like to see some sort of career like that in The Sims, or like a hairdresser, or being able to create salons and stuff. I think that would be so much fun. But anyways, so now I'm just going to decorate the little entryway. I thought about expanding the bathroom and making it a little bit bigger, but then the entry hallway would only be 1 tile wide, and I thought that would be a little bit too cramped. So I decided not to in the end, and just a simple little entryway. I think there's like a mirror and a picture and a side table with some mail clutter, and yeah, just like the way that turns out. And I did play test the rest of the apartment too. I know I mentioned the bathroom, but I did play test everything, and the Sim was seemed to be able to get to everything just fine. So you should have no issues there. I mean, it's not an overly cluttered apartment, so shouldn't have any problems. But I really like this little area that I created by the bookcase. It's like this computer desk, which I think is just really nice, and I ended up using a dining table instead of a desk, and I thought that was kind of cool, something a little bit different. I mean, I was able to place the computer to the side instead of in the center, so just to make it look a little bit different. And I kind of liked putting that little box underneath the table as like a little bit of storage clutter. Thought that was kind of fun. I do end up liking the way this desk turns out in the end. I end up keeping like none of the stuff that's on it right now. I thought it was a bit too cluttered and didn't really match the rest of the apartment, so just kind of switch out a few different little items. I did like sizing down that ballerina though. I think I will do that at like another point. I didn't think it looked quite right on that desk, but I thought it looked like a cool little like figurine statue thing, so we'll have to revisit that idea later on. And then I used that calendar with the cop on there. It doesn't really make sense and doesn't really fit the rest of the apartment, but I thought it looked kind of cool. But anyway, so now I'm on to the bedroom, and I really like the way this room turns out as well. I forgot about this rug from City Living, but it's a really small rug, and I sized it up, and it kind of looks like waves. Really pretty. And in that little corner nook, I put in a walk-in closet for now, but in the end I do get rid of that and then put the vanity in that little nook. So I thought that would be a little bit more useful for the Sim in this apartment, since I felt like they were kind of into makeup anyways. So. And I also end up getting rid of the mirror that I have leaning against the wall, the one that came with Jungle Adventure. I do really like it, and I like that it came in that green minty color, but once I get rid of the walk-in closet, I realized the Sim in this apartment would have nowhere to store their clothes, so I decided that I better fit in a dresser, and it kind of just fit best in that corner. But I do end up doing a trick with Move Objects where I place the mirror into kind of like the corner at an angle. You'll see me do it in a little bit, but I need to revisit that in a different build because I thought that was kind of a cool idea and it looked pretty neat. But there I am, getting rid of that wall where the walk-in closet is and placing the vanity, and I went with the older style vanity because it looks kind of cool and vintage, and the modern one is alright, but I just like the style of the older one better. I think it's really pretty, and I think it suits this apartment, so that's the one I went with. And that's the trick I was talking about, where the mirror is kind of like in the corner, so I did have to delete the walls because it does snap to the walls like a picture. So that's just something to keep in mind, but I thought it looked really cool like that, so yeah, have to bring it back in another build. But here I am adding some clutter to the vanity. I just add some makeup clutter, that candle from that Diwali update. I've been using that quite a bit. I think it's a pretty cute little candle. And I think I even get a lamp on the vanity table, which I thought looked kind of nice as well. And oh, another thing that I do is I put some shelving up on the other, like the adjacent wall on the other side of the bed. Once I get the bed back to the other position, because I didn't really like the way it looked like this. I felt like it didn't really flow that nicely, but the shelves that I end up using, I've seen a couple people use them recently, and I guess I kind of just forgot about them, that they existed, but they're base game shelves, and they look so cool with clutter on them, so I was really happy to be able to use those in this apartment. You'll see me after I pull out like 1,000 pictures and try to place them on this wall. But yeah, these are the shelves that I'm talking about. I kind of forgot about their existence, and then I've seen some people use them and I'm like, oh, I should use these in a build. And I thought they looked so nice over here with just a little bit of clutter on them. And yeah, I'm just really happy with the way that turned out, and decided to change the archway for one that kind of made the bed have more space on the other side, because I wasn't sure if a sim was going to be able to walk through there, and I definitely wanted 2 sims to be able to use this bed if you needed it. So yeah, and I did play test that the sim was able to walk around the other side of the bed, because I do worry about that sometimes when I have a lot of stuff too close to the other side of the bed, but everything worked just fine. And then over here I get a radio and I think more makeup clutter. I was going to put a fish bowl because I thought that'd be kind of cool for them to have a fish as a pet, since I was going for the whole beachy theme, but ended up not doing that in the end, but that's okay. You could of course add one later on if you want to, or they could have a dog or a cat or something else, some other kind of pet, or a hamster or a frog or something. But yeah, so I do like the way that area turns out. I think it's just really pretty, and just had a lot of fun cluttering up every little nook and cranny with cute little items. Definitely had a lot of fun with that. But here I am realizing I need storage for the clothes. So I do end up removing the mirror and putting it over there in the end. So yeah, hopefully you guys do like the way this apartment turns out, and hopefully you guys do like the screenshots. But thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!